What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a single released by Paris Hilton. Basis particular single is called Good Time, and it came out in the fall of 2013. So within pitched about here as far as these asked what's going to happen. Basically, the particular fair was for a spell within pitch like that. Paris Hilton was affiliated with Cash Money and the Young Money label as far as it's supposed to happen. Initially, there were some fairs where originally Paris Hilton was I think there was like some mild type aspects where Paris Hilton was possibly going to put out an album in like 2009 or 2010, pitch like that. It might have been like some Spirit type songs that came out around that time, but particularly she was originally going to drop a second album in 2013 as a part of like the Cash Money label. She had affiliation with Lil Wayne on this particular song here within pitch like that. This has Lil Wayne featured on here, so it's good pitch like that. Hit that phrase. Definitely recommend the single full bound pitch like that. Some good niceness. And paying attention like the product over here as far as these pitches have them getting towards it. It's a definite comeback type single for Paris Hilton, but it's kind of an aspect. It's basically like some hit make weight kind of EDM type sound, kind of combined with like the Young Money, Dat Piff type era like the early 2010s as well, pitched like that. Now it has the phrase within those aspects. This feels like something Nicki Minaj would have done. Kind of traces of super bass, also with traces of Starships and Pound the Alarm sounds type ones like that sounds type pitch. It might be Ring the Alarm by Nicki Minaj, but one of those type ones. Ring the Alarm, Ba Ba Boom, and Starships off of particular Roman Reloaded. By Nicki Minaj from those particular type pairs. It's good, nice pitches for us getting a bolster to get like a shot in the arm of refamiliarizing folks with Paris Hilton. It's kind of pitch. I mean, Paris Hilton was definitely a huge product amongst like the 2000s, the early 2000s, and the mid and late 2000s pitch like that. But it's kind of fair as far as paying attention like the phrase as to what she was kind of up to in terms of. I think she did movies within certain type of senses in the 2010s. Well, I'm not as full bound touch. I've seen there's one that he. There's a movie that Paris Hilton particularly did. I don't remember when his full bound came out, but she did a particular movie with the folk that played Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, Jason Mewes, as far as the first album. So some of those type of pitches, doing a series of those pitches like that is within the phrase as far as saying, paying attention like the aspect as far as getting towards it. But the aspect within the pitch as far as this particular aspect has conducts of a number of like particular EDM type fairs, definitely the traces of that particular sound that was surfing around with the That's some good nice surfs and pitch like that, 2011, 2013, 2014 pitch like that. So with the hint type phrase, it's very crest type appeal within the aspect, reminds of Carly Rae Jepsen in a lot of senses as well, and also traces like Fun, a little bit of LMFAO and Cobra Starship as well within pitch like that, and then it has some capital type appeals of getting a pretty commercial kind of Lil Wayne type verse within pitches of like his Carter 4 type days and I'm Not a Human Being 2 type days. So it's kind of a combination of some of those type phrases, kind of that kind of more. The thing about Lil Wayne around that particular time was he kind of grafted to Makeshift a little bit better. He was kind of on like his Big Sean type vibes, so kind of the more this kind of small talk and this kind of simp type convos, pitches like that, sounds that phrase, where he kind of not so much substituted. I mean, the lyrics, he definitely had some barbs on this particular song, but it's kind of substituted for this kind of more Apple kind of word of mouth type of diss, like how you do's and pitches like that as far as this is going to happen. He kind of. Lil Wayne definitely got pretty good at that within those sorts of pitches, pretty much around like the Card 4 type era when you think of some of those such songs like Mirror, and like there's a song that Lil Wayne did with Drake, which some of those type of songs with Lil Wayne and Drake, like Hell Yeah Fucking Right, some of those type ones like that. Other type ones like She Will and pitch like that, and How to Love, definitely some of those type pitches. So kind of that sort of trace Lil Wayne, the more commercial bound kind of Makeshift type one with Leftover type phrase, the Carter 4, and then also traces of to a more minor type extent within pitches like I'm Not a Human Being 2. A good nice pitch for us is supposed to happen just within the hit type aspect pitch for us. But Paris Hilton definitely on this song, good pitch like that. It's good EDM type jump pitch like that, very sauce type song within pitches. I feel like Paris Hilton is not quite as fluor on this particular one, but it definitely feels like glam factor. This is kind of something that you'd see in like Theresa May type commercials and pitches like that. It's very much, I want to say like Sephora commercials and things that pitches amongst the kind of the aspect of. This is kind of a little bit more dolled up type Paris Hilton within pitches like that, but it's kind of fair. I like the particular approach with some of these type pitches because getting a socialite like Paris Hilton on one of these type fairs kind of the aspect. This has like the particular This definitely would have been a pretty interesting type album to have seen, like a 2013, 2014 Paris Hilton album within pitch like that, as far as like the phrase how the rest of the album would have turned out. It just kind of a quick appetizer and jumper within those pitches, but as far as the breakdown happens, just question how another 8, 9, 10, 11 songs would have been within those pitches as far as similar type fashions. This particular phrase, good nice pitches here, paying attention, basically getting like runway type music more within the aspect of something that feels like an MTV kind of like sound off before you go to commercial type jingle within pitch like that. And that's not to say that this particular song is like that, but definitely the pitch of getting that continued socialite type flair, but just more within the pitch of this particular posh type diva stepping out for like a spell of going to grab like some particular more or less kind of luscious type drinks, like particular aspects of probably like this. I mean, Malibu would probably be a little bit harsh. I'd say Paris Hilton probably would be more within the aspect. I'd say for her it'd probably be like a martini, but something within the pitch of like the Alizé type fare and something that's kind of good tropical kind of rum type drink within pitch like that, as far as like the phrase it is like step out type phrase, in addition to like some boogie just dance floor type kickoff pitch like that. So some of those type phrases, but just within a socialite type, yeah, definitely the glam type sense pitch like that. But hit that phrase, talk about the song. Then pitch like that 10 out of 10. So highlight kind of Young Money, Dap Piff, Surf to get towards here within pitches. Now it's not a full bound kind of mixtape type with it feels like not to say full bound commercial mixtape, but it is the Sounds to say full bound kind of Dat Piff mixtape, but it is within the commercial type aspects of some of that type flair. One of those type ones that probably Nicki Minaj would have done within those sorts of pitches had she put out more mixtapes in like probably 2012 aspects like that. So it's kind of feels like a buzz pop pitch like that, but it's good nice phrase, like some good kickoff type phrase. Definitely within standard starlet pitch like that. Now within the phrase, it definitely works like a dance club type boogie, but also the phrase that is appreciating like to embellish a disc EDM type places where it's going to be all night, but not as if it has to be like the full bound phrase where it's just consistently all particular aspects of this consistent type motion pitch like that. It's the kind of pitch it is. Show me your feet with miss. First things first going to happen. You won't see those pretty toes pitch like that since the phrase now within the pitch. Not the first kind of pitch of within Sons of Pharaohs. If if it's actually if you met this person 5 or 8 minutes ago, with the pitch, this definitely practice. You probably have some rainbow feet as far as this person have. Definitely the pitch as far as saying this is very sneak catching a dragon out of her dragon's den as far as this person happen. Definitely going to be the pitch. I didn't know we were in the Middle Ages pitch like that, Sons of Pharaohs, but the pitch for saying definitely you're going to have to recline some of these to pitch like that, kick, get cozy, get some ciders in your system, pitch like that. But definitely the pitch for us saying what hit you as far as these first kind. Definitely the pitch just saying what particular hit miss with some of these affairs. What why are you slugging so badly right now? Pitch like that, since the phrase kind of amongst the aspect of stop taking steroids, pitch like that. As far as these phrase kind of just pitch some of these type aspects and a hit type pitch for the phrase kind of definitely a hot type song the way Paris Hilton kind of usually has the routine type fare. Now by the pitch, I think within the aspect this a classic line from Paris Hilton within this that simplistic type fare, that's hot pitch like that, but the hit type phrase as far as questioning within the fray within that. I think folks probably remember within those aspects from back in 2003 and 2005 that being the particular hit type appeal, but the pitch for us saying this further type hit type phrase to this that consistent type bang of this Paris Hilton being within the aspect of this routine type hot and pitch like that, this hit type phrase getting towards some of these type products, just seeing like the aspect of nailing a successful kind of commercial dance type boogie within like the sense of this the new era type trends not being strictly the 2000s. So good nice pitch is just the aspect for saying I just think I would definitely say within the marketing as far as like the fair's going to have is just kind of pitch that Paris Hilton was kind of low key in the first place, just with the pitch of her being kind of a chameleon with some stuff as far as like the multifaceted kind of things. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying I don't think she was going to get another hit on the size like Stars of Blind pitch like that. And I was kind of afraid even the 2010s were kind of within those aspects as far as saying if you didn't have like some of those type phrases like Lil Wayne for example kind of struggled with a couple of his albums later on in the 2010s, like he was going to drop the Carter 5 in 2014. He had like a song called like better I forget the full blown name of the song, but it came out like the spring of 2014. It's called like Better Than Me or something like that. Within those pitches, that had Drake on there, and like the Carter 5 was going to come out at the end of 2014, but it kept getting delayed, and then he got into a huge beef with Birdman, and then also I Am Not a Human Being 2 was going to come out in 2012 for a spell, pitch like that, but some of the singles kind of had difficulty. It took like a particular single called Bitches Love Me with Drake and Future, as far as this person happened to finally get that album out. So it's within pitch. Not as if Lil Wayne couldn't do it. He had the lyricism. It's just kind of pitch that some of those tough times are going to happening. So if Lil Wayne was having those particular type problems, it's the same sort of pitch that probably Paris Hilton was going to have those aspects. It's very unfortunate because I think another Paris Hilton album around this particular time would have been pretty stacked within pitch like that hit that phrase. But it's the aspects for saying good nice products amongst it. Definitely capital type errors. But pitch for saying 10, just to say 10 out of 10 with the pitch of that. It's unfortunate that there's not any remixes or further type phrase just amongst the hit type. Be able to get towards this blistering type product here. Be able to say just with the pitch for either way you look after it, whether this one song would be a 10 out of 10, basically does get a thumbs up within pitch like that, just to say within the aspect type appeal of like the pitch, like the single, this definite thumbs up recommendation pitch like that within these hit type appeals, but to say more or less in the product of 10 out of 10. The pitch, the Social Squad, same sort of fray with them pitch like that. It's real candid type one. It's very much traces of Carly Rae Jepsen and Cobra Starship. Some of that it's a similar type cadence and just overall aesthetic to that. It takes it back to 2011, takes it back to 2012. Since the pitch is fun, LMFAO, all those particular folks, Pitbull with some Sebastian, that standard kind of hit type romp is good. Good nice miss and Good nice EDM mists and bristles as far as the physical just excellent type pitches, definitely the product to get in standard hypnotic, get in particular Paris Hilton systems, some of these stuff phrase, getting towards the products, some of these stuff products. Ferocious type festivity within the pitch. The fair amongst it is just the product that these particular times Paris Hilton in 2013 was more short-lived within those aspects. So the hit that phrase, as good as this song particularly is, Paris Hilton herself being in this element was not as lengthy within those tones. So it's kind of, I don't know how, I want to say that there weren't a super ton of singles. This came out at the fall of 2013, so it's kind of pitched as far as saying whether or not there were more of these type ones. I think there were some ones possibly in 2014, but it took Paris Hilton until way out in 2024 to finally follow up her 2006 ounces of pitch for us and within those products. So it's good within these pairs in terms of like the social score within the embellished kind of it. Good dance club type aesthetic with the pitch. Good blossom. Good consistent kind of blossom EDM type aesthetic pitch like that was the phrase as far as saying paying attention towards and these type phrases, the aspects as far as saying that particularly there's not huge quantities of it as far as this pitch goes. So within pitch for saying, but products like that as far as this pitch goes, so 10 score, 10 social pitch like that, but thumbs up definitely within those pitches. So in terms of future, Paris Hilton has dropped the 2026 live album within pitches like that. So hit that phrase. I'm going to get to that one shortly within pitches like that. As far as those pairs can have other type pitches, just talking about within these phrases, some further Paris Hilton to get towards plenty of these type ones. I'm going to get towards with the aspect. Definitely check out the Paris Hilton reviews playlist. Got plenty of these in there, pitches like that, but stay tuned for some of these type ones. Definite classic tune pitches like that. Unfortunate there wasn't Paris Hilton 2013 album. I would say within these phrases, if there are more songs from Paris Hilton from 2013, let's get some fan-made fare out here to put out like some unofficial type phrases, because I definitely think with the product's definitely worth it. Paris Hilton could definitely use some unofficial type catalogs to get towards pitches like that. So let's definitely get that made if it isn't pitched like that. But some good nice banging lists. Let's try to find some of those.